Okay. Now let's see what's going on. Yeah, Silver Mountain. So what happened was, for some reason, our internet got paused for like a minute. I don't know why, but it's back on now, so hopefully it doesn't turn off again, because that'd be really, really annoying. Alright, so this is our next lot. And I'm going to see if I can find this. Okay. So right here, this is our Heritage Auctions padded money for your convenience. This one sold for $115 in 2008. 2008 is a long time ago, so it's up to all y'all if you want to consider that in your decision to bid. But this is all right. So this one is starting at $40, and there are 20 $1 bills in here. So that is just double face value for this, which sold for over $100 previously. And again, if we want to look at this again, these are all crisp 1963, and they are all consecutive serial numbers, and that's not common at all to see bills that old, consecutive, and crisp. And there are 20 of these, so that's really cool. And then right here we have you're almost out of padded money. And then past that point, there are only 3 more. So it's pretty interesting. Silver Mountain up to 50, jumping right up. Thank you for that. That is very generous. Yeah. If I was a really big currency collector, like if I was more focused on currency than coins, this would definitely be something that I'd be interested in buying. They're just really, this is super interesting. Like, I've never seen anything like this before. And this was really hard to do research on because basically that heritage auction site was all that I could find about these. So it's pretty cool. Alright, I'll count that down so that we can move on and try to get things done before the internet cuts out again. Hopefully it doesn't. Alright, congrats, Silver Mountain, and thank you so much. You got that padded money. Okay, and now the next lot is the same thing. We have yet another padded money. This one has only $19 in it for some reason. Someone must have torn one out way long ago. However, this one has a star note in the front. But except for that one star note, these are also all consecutive crisp 1963 $1 bills. So, kind of interesting. And that one is also starting at $40. Dan Wade, good to see you. Sorry I didn't see your message right away. So you are up to $40 on this padded money for your convenience. I'm not sure if you saw exactly what this was, so I'll just go through it again. There are 19 $1 bills in here, so $19 face value, and there's a star note in the front. Then they are all crisp consecutive 1963 $1 bills. I'll start counting down now. Congratulations, Dan Wade, and thank you. All right, this next lot is very, very interesting. So, right here we have yet another Nevada State Bank padded money. It seems like I have a lot of these, considering the fact that I can't find many examples of these on the internet. So this one is a Nevada State Bank padded money, and this is in the original Nevada State Bank wallet, as you can see. And there's some old writing on the inside of this. So there's 20 crisp $1 bills in the padded money, and there's also a crisp 1935 G silver certificate in this side right here. So let's pull it out carefully. Try to get it out nice. So in this side is this crisp 1935 G silver certificate, and that's in there, as well as this nice, very well preserved padded money. And if we'll just look at the difference between this one that was in the wallet for who knows how long and this one, you can see the color difference. This one's definitely more yellowed than this one. So that one is very well preserved from inside this wallet. And as you can see, it's just the exact same thing. All 1963 $1 bills, all crisp and consecutive. And this lot is really interesting because of the wallet, mainly. Because the one that was sold on Heritage Auctions did not come with this wallet. So who knows how rare this wallet is. Not like it's super valuable just because it's a wallet or anything, just it's pretty interesting that you get the padded money along with the wallet. We take a look at the writing. It says "one like new," 1935 silver certificate. And what does that say right here? Kevin Lewis? I don't know. Looks like Lewis. Or, yeah, I think it looks like Lewis. So maybe some guy named Lewis owned these. And then 20 new uncirculated $1.63. I don't know what that says. Newer? Who knows? So that one's starting at 50, this whole lot. series. Yeah, series, definitely. Alright, so I'll count down this one. If anybody's interested right now, then you gotta jump in, but otherwise we'll come back later. Silver Mountain jumps in last second at 50. And let's wait until 5:29 or 5:30. We'll give it like 1 or 2 minutes if anybody else wants to try to compete with Silver Mountain. So this is the last of the $1 bills. Up next we have $2 bills, of course, then 5, then 10. I don't have any 20s. Or 50s. Or 100s. Or 500s. Or 1000s. So, sorry about that. Alright, we'll count down. And that is sold to Silver Mountain. Congratulations, Silver Mountain, and thank you. Now we'll carefully put these back in your wallet. Alright, now they're back in the wallet. And that's going to Silver Mountain. For 50. Alright, now we're jumping back down to some less expensive lots. Here we have two 2003A $2 bills. These are both in crisp condition. They are not consecutive, and this is starting at face value, $4. So we'll give this one just a couple minutes, if anybody's interested. Clever Coin Name says, "Awesome, finally made my way back. The Sherpa that I had to hire to be a guide for me was not the nicest guy in the world. He let his llama eat my lunch. You hear that, Lima? The llama ate my Lunchables." You got some alliteration in that story. Lima the llama ate my Lunchables. Welcome back to Clever Coin Name, and thanks for coming. Alright, so we're going to move on to some newer, we're going to move on to the next lot. And we'll come back to that. Now here we have a similar lot. We have 4 1976 $2 bills. They're all the same, nice condition, except this one on the top is folded. And these are just 4 regular $2 bills. And this one is starting at $8. Face value. So as you can see here, 1976, 1976, 1976, and 1976. 2 of them are folded, and then 2 of them are not. And these 2 are actually almost consecutive. I agree with Clever Coin Name. To all the lurkers out there, let's speak up, have some great conversations. We can talk about coins, we can talk about currency, we can talk about the giveaways that are on this live stream today, because I will be giving away some things. That's right. All right. So for 25 likes and for 50 likes, we'll give away some nice little things here. As you can hear, we got some coins, we got some key dates, we got a proof, we got some magic coins, as you can probably hear. And that'll all be fun. Alright, so we'll move along from that. Alright. So that is it for the modern $2 bills, but now we have some more interesting $2 bills right here. Look at that. We got a red seal with that nice old design. Look at that. It's an average worn condition, 1953 red seal. Don't see these in circulation anymore, basically ever. So this is pretty interesting. And you also are not going to be able to get this at the bank. Just you're not going to be able to go in and get this whenever. So this one's pretty cool. And guess what it's starting at? We're starting this one at $2. That's right. Clever coin name. French horn is going great. My French horn lessons teacher also happens to teach. No, he also happens to collect coins, which is very fun. We talk about coins sometimes instead of playing French horn. That's really funny. He says that he collects like U.S. coins, and I think he said he collects colonial stuff, and basically bullion, kind of like, slabs of silver, he likes to call them. So like big 5-ounce kind of stuff. And the French horn itself is going very well also. I went to the Indiana State Schools Music Association state competition, and I got a gold with distinction, so that is pretty cool. So I practiced a little etude for a while, and then I went to see some judges, and I played the etude in front of them, and they said that I had great tone quality, and they said that my piece wasn't easy, and they were complimenting me about my French horn. So that was really fun. So yeah, French horn's going well. All right. So we'll move along from this $2 bill now. Unless anybody has any last $2 bills, $2 bids, we're gonna move on, and we'll come back to that one later. And now this one is a series 1953C, but this one is in crisp condition. So, this 1953C in crisp condition is starting at $3 just because of its crispness. As you can see, there's like no folds in it. And that is for sure something that you're not going to get at the bank. So this is a really nice $2 bill. If you're going to collect a typeset or a date set, this would be a great $2 bill to add to it. Clever Coin Name goes to 5. And then K. Jackson goes to 6. Check out how crisp. And there's no folds underneath. Hold it up to the light. Pretty good. I don't really know how to show it up to the light for you guys. It's not gonna work very well. Maybe like that, you can kind of tell that there's no folds in it. But yeah, see, it's not floppy. All right, we're gonna count down. And that is sold to K. Jackson. Thank you so much, and congrats. And look at this. We have a very similar lot. This one is slightly different. This one is a series 1963A instead of a 1953. So this is 10 years younger than the other one, but it is also a very crisp $2 bill. It has a little bit of like some rippling or some, not really creasing, just kind of like some rippling in it, so it's not like super mint state, but this one is also starting at $3. I think you could maybe see some of the like ripples down at the bottom there. That's very nice of you, Clever Coin Name. I receive $2 bills from someone in my step family for Nowruz. And we'll count down. Alright, congratulations, Clever Coin Name, and thank you. You won that for $5. And now we have another $2 bill lot. This one So, this one is starting at $12, and this is 4 consecutive crisp 1953 B $2 bills. Let's get them out carefully. So here they are. 7205, 9245, 46, 47, and 49. Looks like we're missing a 48 in there. Kind of weird. But these are 4 consecutive, or at least basically consecutive, crisp 1953B $2 bills, and these are super crisp. And it's interesting that you can tell they're all from the same print, because look at how wide it is on this end and how thin it is on this end. You can see it's the same for every single one, so that's also very interesting. K. Jackson goes up to 15. And I'm going to put them back inside their case to keep them nice and protected. Clever Coin Name says, "To myself, my kids don't need no monies yet. Score." Right. So, Clever Coin Name, what you want me to do? So I gotta write a bunch of mustaches and all these crazy ornate things. So yeah, I'll make sure to do that for you. Alright, we'll count down. And that is sold to K. Jackson. Thank you and congrats. Alright, now this next lot is the most unique, probably, lot that I have today, because this is something that I have not ever seen before on the internet after searching for it. So this is yet another Nevada State Bank padded money, and I believe I had a proxy bidder in for this one, because this one Okay, so this one is a mouthful. This is a Nevada State Bank padded money for your convenience. In the original Nevada State Bank wallet, there are 10 crisp consecutive series 1963 $2 bills, and there are also 4 extra red seal $2 bills, including a 1953A star note. So let's take a closer look and see exactly what all that is. So in this side over here we have 4 $2 bills, as you can see. There's a 1963, there's a 1953C, the 1953C, as well as this 1953A Star Note $2 bill. It has a cut on the edge. So there are those 4 $2 bills. And then we have another padded money. However, this one has $2 bills. And as you can see, all the $2 bills are red seal, crisp 1963, and they're all consecutive. And there are 10 of these crisp $2 bills in here, all consecutive. So face value of this lot is $28. Maybe somebody cut or ripped the edge off. Maybe they ripped the edge off to see if it was real. Sometimes people do that. Clever coin name. I think what they do is they cut it and see if it's like white on the inside. I'm pretty sure. This $2 bill has some old writing on it. Horse racing. I've never heard of that. Why do they do that for horse racing? Clever coin name. Silver Mountain goes up to 70. They would tear off corners of $2 bills to pour out the bad luck. Interesting. So there's a lot of different theories. I've never heard of that one before. That's very interesting. Alright, so we'll start counting this one down. And that is sold to Silver Mountain for $70. Congratulations and thank you so much. That is a very cool lot. And here is the original thing, and I'm gonna put all these bills back in. Alright, and now we are moving on to $5 bills. What? Clever coin name. By the way, did you know that we are about to have our third child, aka our first boy? No, I did not. Congratulations. That's really exciting. Due in 2 months. Well, congratulations, Clever Coin Name, and good luck with that. That sounds very exciting and also nerve-wracking. Paula Blum. Lima, how are the bat houses coming? The bat houses are not underway yet because I'm not a Life Scout yet. However, I will be a Life Scout in probably by the end of the summer. So once I become Life Scout, then I can start working on that. Because I'm star rank right now, I gotta become Life Scout. And once I'm Life Scout, I can start working on Eagle Scout. So don't worry, they will be happening. So let's take a look at this lot. This is a $5 bill from 1953, series 1953C. This is a red seal $5 bill. It's in worn/circulated condition. And this is starting at face value $5. So we'll give this one just a couple minutes, and then we'll move on. So does anybody else in here collect any other sort of antique items? Like this, for example, like random, like this is a old insulator. This says patent May 2nd, 1893. That's a random antique that I have right on my desk. And this is my grandfather's Cub Scout knife. It's super rusty. He gave this to me like last time I visited him. So, yeah, I collect a bunch of random antiques. This chair that I'm sitting on is definitely antique. I have old paintings in my room, as you may see that one, as well as this one. These are old paintings from that my family members have painted. My sister painted this painting of the yellow finch. And then this drawing underneath it, you can't probably see it very well, but my grandfather drew that. Here's a fossil, amylite, polished. So I like collecting a bunch of old stuff, but coins are the main thing. The insulators are very common. Clever coin name. I consider myself somewhat knowledgeable with currency, especially $1 bills, because I'm doing a $1 bill type set, so I do a lot of research on $1 bills, so I know all the different types that there are. So I could name like all the types right now. There's like an 1862, a 69, a 74, a 75, an 80, an 86, and then there's like 4 different types of 86s with like different seals, unless that's a different series, but I'm not sure about that. Then there's a 90, there's a 91, and there's 2 types of 91s, and the 96, which is the educational series, and then the 99, which is the Black Eagle series, There's a couple different types of that depending on where the date is on it. And then 1918 was the national currency. And then 1923 was the last large series. Then 1928 was the first small series. That was the first funny back, except the seals on the front were different. And then 1934 was the 1 year type bill with the blue one. And then 1935, which was the first year of the modern reverse design. And then 1935 G was the first $1 bill that had "In God We Trust" on it. And then 1963 was the first Federal Reserve note with the green seal. So I know like all the $1 bill types in my head. These paintings in my room are not in their final locations. I'm still kind of like working out where they should go. Like this one's not centered. Right, clever coin name. The 1896 series is just so, like, those bills are gorgeous. The $5 bill is a piece of art, like it's museum worthy engraving. It's really crazy. Every time I look at it, I'm like, wow. Alright, so we're gonna move on from this $5 bill. We kind of went off on a tangent for a little while. Alright, and this is our next lot. This is a crisp 1963, as you can see, completely smooth fields. Crisp 1963 $5 bill. Starting at $6. Red seal. Check that out. Super nice. Yeah, clever coin name. That's like one of my favorite things about collecting the older bills with like the PMG graded. It's like super interesting to look at it and be like, wow, that's what it looked like when it was made, all the way back in like 1915. So like for example, that 1899 $1 bill that I bought is really old. It's series 1899, and then with the signature combinations, it was minted or printed somewhere around 1915. It's super interesting to look at and be like, wow, this was like used as a bookmark or something. It was not used for that long, and that's really interesting. And you really get to see it like when it's in a higher condition. You really get to see like all the details and everything that the artist or the engraver like intended to put on it. And that's also really cool with coins too. And you get really high high grade coins. You get to see every detail that the artist put in. And that's a pretty important part, in my opinion. If you're going to buy like high grade coins, you should look for ones that also have a good strike on it. Because one with a good strike, you're going to see all the intended details, because an artist put, a lot of time into that. And that's like, I don't know, that's just like kind of important to me. The two main things that interest me the most about coin collecting and currency collecting is the history and the art. Because a lot of those older bills and a lot of coins are actual pieces of art. So, like, someone designed it, someone put a lot of time, and they put their soul into it. Silver Mountain goes up to 6 and then up to 9. Silver Mountain, could you confirm that you want to go up to 9? Yeah, early 1900s French coins. Oh my gosh. I love those. Yeah, French coins are like some of my favorite as well to collect. In my binder of world silver coins, the French coins are like super cool. And it's also interesting how some of the US coin designs were inspired by French coin designs. Like the Walking Liberty, I believe, was inspired by a French design. Alright, so we'll count down now. And that is sold to Silver Mountain. Thank you so much, Silver Mountain, and congrats. Silver Mountain for $9. $9. Alright, now this next one's pretty cool too. Here we have a crisp 1953 $5 bill, and this is also a star note. And this is starting at 7. Forgive the paper on it kind of blocking a little bit, but here we have a series 1953. So, like 10 years. So, like 10 years older than the previous one. Series 1953. It's kind of blurry. I'm trying to focus it. Not really working. And that's a star note. All mint state, but there is a 54 written on it in red ink for some reason. K. Jackson is up to 7. Alright, and we'll count down. And that one is sold to K. Jackson for $7. Thank you, K. Jackson, and congrats. Okay, and now this lot is very fun. I put this lot together myself, or at least I kind of came up with the idea of this lot. So this one is a $5 bill typeset. There is one 1953 silver certificate right here, $5 silver certificate. There's a 1963 Federal Reserve note, a 1950D Federal Reserve note, as well as a 1963 United States note. So here we have a little mini typeset of $5 bills. And this is the RGB $5 bills. RGB. I just thought that was interesting. So, United States note, Federal Reserve note, and silver certificate. So this one is $5 in silver payable to the bearer on demand. This one's just $5, and then this one is $5 payable to the bearer on demand. So I thought that's pretty interesting. It's a good look on all the different types of US currency. Not including gold certificates, obviously. But that'd be interesting if there was a gold certificate $5 bill. That'd be kind of interesting. And K. Jackson goes up to 20. Yeah, so this is kind of interesting. I tried to do research on this, and it's kind of hard to find exact specific information because it's all very legal, like monetary policy kind of stuff. But like, what exactly is the difference between will pay to the bearer on demand $5 and $5? you know, like, I don't know, it's just weird. Alright, so I'll count that down. And that is sold to K. Jackson for $20. Alright, and the next lot we have up is a 1934A $10 bill, starting at $12. So this is a Federal Reserve note from 1934. It has that nice old green ink on it. And look at all this legal wording on here. This note is a legal tender for all debts, public and private, and is redeemable in lawful money at the United States Treasury or at any Federal Reserve Bank. Yeah, so this was the lime green. Yeah. And this happens to be the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. And this is just in like worn, average condition. Model T. That little car. Yeah, it's actually really interesting. There's like people. The design is so designed, so detailed that there's actually people in the car, and then there's like people walking around. It's funny. Alright, so I'll count down that one if anybody wants to jump in before. Alright, so we'll move on to the next one. The next one is very similar. So this next lot is a Series 1928B. So this one is older than the last one. This is a $10 bill starting at $15. This one is commonly known as a gold demand note. It's not actually a gold certificate. It's considered a gold demand note because on the legal part, instead of saying it's redeemable in lawful money, that is said on the 34, this one actually says redeemable in gold on demand at the United States Treasury, or in gold or lawful money at any Federal Reserve Bank. So back when this one was printed, you could actually go to a Federal Reserve Bank and get $10 in gold, which is really interesting. You can't do that anymore, though. And this one has darker black ink than the last one. If we'll just let's look at the difference. Maybe it's not darker black ink actually, but the green color is definitely greener, like brighter green. As you can see, it has brighter green on the back. So just fun to compare those two different years of $10 bill. And this one's also worn, kind of average condition, circulated. Yeah, clever coin name. That is very interesting to read up on. I read up on that a while ago. How FDR, he made gold certificates and owning gold coins illegal for a long time because people were just hoarding it because of the Great Depression. And so basically he wanted to deposit all that gold into the National Reserve so that they could print more money. Kind of interesting. And then in 1974, President Ford, I believe, made it legal again. I might have got some of that information wrong, but that's what I remember. So we're going to count that down. K. Jackson jumps in. 26. And that is sold to Silver Mountain for $30. Thank you so much, Silver Mountain, and congrats. Alright, so this next one is very interesting. It is more expensive than all of the lots today. This one's the most expensive. I do have some more expensive stuff over here, but I'm not sure that anyone would be interested because of how expensive that stuff is. Okay, so this one's really, really crazy. Ohio River Bank, State of Ohio, will pay to bearer on demand $5, and this was Marietta, June 15th, 1838, and I believe that these are hand-signed. They look hand-signed. I'm not a professional on the, ink or anything, but whether it's hand-signed or not doesn't really affect the value a lot. But we have this interesting eagle on the side here, and we have a boat, and then George Washington. And then check this out. The reverse is so cool. There's nothing on it. So I'm not sure why there's nothing on the back. Maybe it's because, I don't know, they didn't have the technology or something, but that's goofy. I dropped it. It's okay though. That's interesting, clever coin name. Thank you for sharing that information. That's good to know. So yeah, this one's a little more niche. Maybe someone who lives in Ohio or Marietta would be more interested in this one. Alright, and I have some more money over here. This stuff is more expensive. This one right here, city of Keokuk, Iowa. And then this one, city of Keokuk, Iowa, $5 bill. And then yet another Iowa thing. J.H. Branch, a check for $2.80 from 1874. Kind of interesting. This check right here, if if anybody's interested, I'd be willing to sell this check starting at only $5 if anybody's interested. So, State of Iowa check, $2.80. J.H. Branch Banker. Pay to Kelly, maybe? Kelly someone. $2.80 over $100. And there are some kind of rips through the middle. You can see right here, there's like there's a rip right there through the middle, and then there's a rip on this side through the middle. So that's unfortunate. If those rips weren't there, and if this little hole wasn't there, this would be like perfect, but it's not. And you can see like the ink through it. I don't know what all that brown stuff is, maybe like ink smearing, perhaps. So yeah, I just got this one from the coin shop. They got it from someone. They purchased this check from someone for $0. I think they got it for free. So, and then they just gave it to me. So that's why I was willing to start so low. And then I looked it up on the internet, and there were others that were selling for like pretty cheap. So I think just because these aren't like collectible, really. I suppose they are collectible, but people don't, if you know what I mean. Like, there aren't many people who just collect checks, so that's probably why it's cheaper. But I'll be willing to sell that one for that much, so we'll count down. Clever coin name is at 6. Clever coin name, congratulations, you won that check for $6. I'll add that on the catalog here, because I actually don't have a lot for that one. Okay, now let's look at all this old state currency. So this is all, more expensive stuff because of how old and rare these are. They aren't in the best condition. So this $5 bill, we'll just get rid of the... Okay, so just ignore these prices. Those aren't the prices. So on the $5 bill, there's a rip here and a rip there, and overall it's kind of like ripped up on the edges. And there's also an old grocer stamp on the back, a W.H. Austin Co. Wholesale and retail grocers, produce dealers, and commission merchant, number 106 Main Street, Keokuk, Iowa. And I actually went on Google Earth and I looked up number 106 Main Street, Keokuk, Iowa, and it is a plot of land downtown Keokuk, Iowa. So there's no store there anymore. So maybe this store was there a really long time ago. Maybe in the 1800s. Might be a good place to metal detect on that plot of grass in the middle of the city. So the coin shop got this the coin shop got this one for 450. So I'd be willing to sell this for no less than 450 if anybody's interested. I was hoping to sell it for 600. That's why the 600's on it, because the auction history on this, fine 15s of this bill have sold for over $1,000. And so I was hoping to get 600, but I've posted it on Instagram and YouTube, and nobody's snatched it up for 600. So the lowest I'll be willing to go is 450, because that's how much we got it for. So, if anybody, well, we'll leave that aside, and you can think about it if you want. This one is a $1 bill. This one is slightly nicer condition than the 5 because there's less rips, and there's also no grocer stamp on the back. However, there is this big rip in the bottom. I was able to keep part of the rip, so kind of silly, but. And there's also tape stains on the bottom because this was in an old, ugly holder with old tape on it. So, this one, I'd be willing to go down to 175 for, if anybody's interested. 175 for this one. This one also sells for like $400 on Heritage. And then this one starting at 90 if anyone's interested. So those are the prices for the regional state bank currencies. So I do understand that they are slightly higher prices, and so yeah. So we'll just move on for now, and we can go to lot number 23. So lot number 23 is a Mexican 1 peso. I don't know the date. There's like no date written on this anywhere. And so we'll just start this at $1 if anybody's interested. Like a jet ski. Yeah. Clever coin name, up to $1 for the 1 peso. So this is the front, very detailed. I think it might be an older note. It says Series A on it. And it says LCAT on it, and it also says General something Chihuahua, so it's from Chihuahua. The reason I say it might be older is just because it looks older. Like, it has like a lot, it's kind of yellowed, and it is very worn, so. It has these really cool like dragon or like gargoyle kind of creatures on it. Not sure exactly what those are, but they're very crazy looking. So, we'll count that down. And that is sold to Clever Coin Name for $1. Thank you and congrats. Griffins. And the next lot up, this is the final currency lot today. This right here is an envelope of mixed world currencies. Some of the countries in here include Japan, Germany, China, and there's also more countries in here. And this is going to start at $4. And I personally believe that this is probably worth much more than $4, because one of these has got to be collectible. Like, look at this one. It's a copy of the US $5 bill, but it's the Japanese government. 5 pesos, yellow ink. That's gotta be worth something. But I don't actually know, so that's why I started it at 4. The Japanese government 1 peso. The dates are probably somewhere on these, but look at that. It looks like a $1 funny back design from the US. A Central Bank of China, 10 cents, little tiny bill. Another Japanese government, 10 centavos paper, with some like brown ink, kind of interesting. Yeah, so these are kind of old too. Look at this one. I believe that this is also a Chinese bill. It doesn't have any English on it though, so I'm not sure. Here we have some German. 20 Pfennig, so that's 20 Pfennigs. Look at this thing. 1.105 mark gold equals 1/4 dollar. Like, what is this? Is this even paper? Like, is this even money? Like, things like this, like, I'm worried about selling this for $6 because it looks like it might be rare. This is an actual US military payment certificate. 10 cents for use only in United States military establishments by United States authorized personnel in accordance with applicable rules and regulations. I don't know how much these are worth, but so these probably came from somebody who like was in the military, perhaps. Look at this 20 Finnig. Crazy. Super interesting. Look at that wacky 10 cents. This one's also U.S. military payment certificate for use only in United States military establishments by United States authorized personnel in accordance with applicable rules and regulations. I wish that these had a date on them. Look at the ink. Pink and blue. That is crazy. Yes, the clever coin name. This 10 cents series, this one's series 472. And then this one is series 521. We'll keep those together because they're both U.S. military stuff. The Farmers Bank of China. And then look at this. Red ink on a bill. Never seen that before. Canada, $2. Ottawa, 1954. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Farmland scene. That is amazing. Gosh, I love world currency. And this one is Ottawa, 1954 as well. $1. Another amazing farmland scene. So, we have a bidding battle. A close-up of the Queen's portrait. Of course. Yeah, so I just did a little research on this one. First issued 1948, redeemed 1951. So that's how old this 10 cents military payment is. And now I'm going to look up the, what was it, 571? No, 521. First issued in 1954, redeemed 1958. This one's really cool. I just love the pink and blue. Hello, Ida Herring. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Siren Silver Stash. Hello, and thank you for coming. And I'm going to count down this bid now. So, and we are leading from K. Jackson at 35. congrats, K. Jackson. And that was a really crazy bidding battle between you and Clever Coin Name. So, yeah. Sorry, Clever Coin Name. I could tell that you really wanted those. It's hard to fit all these in this envelope. Trying to be careful with them as well. Some of the bills are like just barely as wide as the envelope, so it's kind of hard to get them in. But there we are. Alright, so now, if anybody's interested in what we have left, just let me know if there's anything that you see that you're interested in going back to. We have that 1934 $10 bill is still available. We have a Red Seal $5 bill still available. A Red Seal $2 bill still available. 4 of those modern $2 bills. 2 of the modern $2 bills. And we have 2 different lots of 8 $1 silver certificates. So, this lot right here, this is 8 silver certificates with 1 nice 1935, as well as a star note. And yes, this one is starting at $10 for 8 of these. Also, the auction catalog is in the description, so if anybody wants to go back and see exactly which ones didn't sell the first time around, and you want to go back to a specific one, then we can do that as well. So the pizza guy, you say $10 question mark. Are you interested in this for $10? Okay, the $10 bill. Yes, the $10 bill. This is a Series 1934A with the lime seal and the black ink and the dark green ink on the back. Series 1934A, and this one's starting at $12 if you're interested. pizza guy goes up to $12. So we're back bidding on this $10 bill if anybody else is interested as well. Alright, Ida Herring, thank you for coming by, and see you around. Alright, we'll count that down. And that $10 bill is sold to the pizza guy for $12. Thank you, the pizza guy, and congrats. Gotta find that on my... Okay. Alright, so I'll give you all a couple minutes to look at the catalog if you'd like, or look down here. We have some more lots. So if you want to go back and bid on one, just let me know. And if not, we'll just give this a couple minutes and then we can do the end of stream giveaway. And then we also have the pizza guy. I don't know if you saw these old regional bank currencies. This one, I can go down to 175. And then this one I can go down to 450, but those are probably... I don't understand if you're not interested in that price range. And then this one is starting at 90. The pizza guy, which yellow seal? Like, what do you mean, yellow seal? Do you mean one of these red ones? So I didn't have any gold certificates today. I had a gold demand note. It was a $10 1928. $10 bill. It was a gold demand note, but there weren't any gold certificates. That was this one. And this one sold. It's a gold demand note, redeemable in gold, 1928B. So if that's what you mean, that's a 1928B. But it's not a yellow seal, it's green. It's a Federal Reserve note. Yeah, no problem, the pizza guy. I just recently learned that as well, about the gold demand notes. I actually didn't realize that that $10 bill was a gold demand note when I first got it. So, I think we're all done with the lots for today. So thank you all for bidding and thank you for coming. And now we just have one more thing to do, and that is the end of stream giveaway. So let's see some things that we can give away. I have some coins to give away. We got 1978S proof. A 1925, I believe, Buffalo nickel. And we have, let's see, what can we give away? That's boring. That's also kind of boring. Here's a magic coin, wheat cent, date unknown. Let's see if I can go find something a little more fun to add to this. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got a couple more fun things. Here's a 39S Jefferson nickel. That is a key date. And here is another 39S key date. So I think that's good for an end of stream giveaway. It's not like the most valuable of things, but there are some fun things in there. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'll give you, since there's only like 5 people in chat, I'll think of a number 1 through 50, okay? And the first person to guess it will win. So all you have to do is guess. You have multiple guesses. You can guess until you guess it right, basically. So oh, look at that. Dan Wade. Dang, you were too fast. I was literally going to write it down on this paper to prove that I wasn't being favoritism. But the letter I was thinking of was 24, and Dan Wade was the first to guess it. So, congratulations, Dan Wade. You also now have free shipping because you won this giveaway. So I saw a question, Silver Mountain PayPal, friends or family, or GS, which is the business. I'm going to have to say business because I can get in trouble if I don't say business. So okay, so nothing else to do today. Thank you all so much for coming, and congrats to all the winners. The PayPal is in the description. Shipping is going to be $8 for basically everyone, except maybe Silver Mountain, because he got a lot of stuff. So Silver Mountain, I'll email you, or I might charge you like, I don't know, $10 for shipping. Just depends on how much it comes out to be. So hey, Jimmy Lakari, thank you for coming. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. That's very nice. Clever coin name. Yes, the pizza guy. I'll send you first. So if you won something, first send me an email, and then I'll send you your total and send me your PayPal, and I'll send you guys invoices on PayPal. And you will also need to send me your address because I don't keep addresses on file. I'm not allowed to do that. And who wants a sneak peek for the next auction on my channel? This currency auction was actually the first half of a big collection of items that I got to sell at auction. And this box behind me that you can see here is the second half. I will do a preview video of all that soon, but let's sneak peek. We have a bunch of these. This is going to be a coin auction. No currency in this one. Clever coin name, I know you'll like this lot. This is an old box of world coins. And there's lots of world silver in here. Really, really cool. There is some old books with coins in them. There are so many of these like mint sets, old mint sets with Ben Franklin's and old silver coins in them. So like old mint sets. A lot of wheat cents. Some little knick-knack kind of stuff. And so that'll be pretty fun too. So yeah, again, let's see if I got everything. So if you won something, you gotta email me that you won something. And you have to email me with your PayPal and your shipping address. And you send me, if you send me your PayPal, and I'll send an invoice to your PayPal. And that'll be how we pay, so. Is that everything? Hopefully I'm not missing something. So you don't have to worry about counting up your total. I'll do that. Yeah, clever coin name. There are a lot of those mint sets in there. I didn't even show all of them. There's so many. Hopefully that auction doesn't get boring because of that. I'll do a video like what I did a couple months ago of this currency auction preview. So I think that's everything. Thank you all so much for coming again. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next video / live stream. I'll see you then. Peace.